My name is Dunnit, set up builds and stuff. Today I want to show you my favourite build still. I know Prismatic's here, Prismatic is really good. I've had a few weeks on Prismatic and this build is still my favourite hunter build to date. I absolutely love it. I'm talking about the Strand hunter build with Whirling Mail, Cyrtachne facade, loads and loads of weapons to show you, including Red Death, some stasis weapons, ill omen, lost signal, things like that. Whirling, Maelstrom, suspension. This build makes endgame an absolute joke, so stay with me, I'm going to break it all down. The full build is based around the Cyrtachne's facade. Acrobat's focus, again Woven Mail when activating grapple, increased flinch resistance while your Woven Mail is active. Woven Mail gives you a 40% damage reduction. Obviously you're pairing that with a grapple, your grapple's already pretty good, but gaining Woven Mail on that is really strong. Ensnaring Slam is one of the aspects I want to pair this with. Activate your air move to consume class ability energy and dive to the ground, suspending all nearby targets on impact. This is what this one does. The Ensnaring Slam, it just strings enemies up to dry, strings them out like a dirty pair of underpants. They're just sat there doing nothing. They can't do nothing for about 4 to 6 seconds. So they're just stood there and it's absolutely insane. Whirling Maelstrom is the other aspect I like to pair with this one. Destroying a tangle will weave a violent, writhing mass of strand fibres. We all know how good this Whirling Maelstrom is from a few seasons ago when it came out, but these two aspects work absolutely perfectly together because you create detangles by suspension, so it works perfectly together. Anything that you kill that's suspended, it will create one of these Whirling Maelstroms for you, and you just throw that and just watch it do some work in the background. It does so much damage, this Whirling Maelstrom. Both of these aspects are not on Prismatic. I really hope they do come in the future onto Prismatic, because if they do, I will fully switch over to Prismatic for this build. But for now, Suspension Strand with the Whirling Maelstrom is absolutely disgusting. Look at the state of that, absolutely pure carnage. Now, Threaded Spike is another one to pair with this one, because whenever you use your Threaded Spike or your Ensnaring Slam, both of these are going to affect your targets, obviously by Strand, and these both create tangles for your Whirling Maelstrom, so it's a perfect little combo. Obviously your Threaded Spike severs as well, so it's a really good set of combos for you. The suspension from the Ensnaring Slam will create your Whirling Maelstroms, and the Threaded Spike will also, on top of that, create the Whirling Maelstroms. And like I said, you can literally just play it with enemies. Look at the state of this. It's just absolute carnage, stringing things up to dry. We can take this to really different levels with swords like Unrelenting, Thin Precipice. Unrelenting is an absolutely key perk. Unrelenting Chain Reaction, Thin Precipice is absolutely perfect with this one. Again, the ergo the art conductor perk gives you even more damage reduction on top of your Woven Mail, and it will also chain enemies as well with lightning. It'll chain the enemies as well while they're suspended, which is just absolute pure magic. Unrelenting Lost Signal is another one. This works perfectly good as well. Unrelenting, like I said, is a key perk. The Ill Omen Sword with Unrelenting. These are both stasis weapons to do damage over time. Cold Steel is a really good perk to run with this one as well, because they're always going to be slowed and frozen with the sword as well. So really strong, and you'll see here these damage over time weapons with the Whirling Maelstrom do plenty of damage. You can throw that Whirling Maelstrom into there, that'll do damage over time. Get your Lost Signal grenade launcher out or your Ill Omen sword. Caster, throw a grenade in there and that will do damage on top of the Whirling Maelstrom. Just a cool little synergy that I found really good. And again, this build, once you've got everything going on, it's absolute pure carnage. You've got Whirling Maelstroms everywhere. You're suspending things left, right and centre. You're helping your teammates out massively by suspending things. Give them a breather. And if you're playing with a Synthoceps Titan, Consecration Titan build with you on your team, you're really going to help them out, because you can literally just dive in there, suspend everything, let your Titans destroy them as well, which is what I was doing a little bit in this GM. For this example here, if we didn't have a Consecration Titan there, they're going to be strung up to dry, basically unable to do any damage to you whatsoever for about 4 to 6 seconds. So it's just an all-round quality build, and you'll see all these Whirling Maelstroms I'm just leaving everywhere. And again, tricky situations, just get them suspended, get one of your swords out, whether it's your damage over time omen, or your thin precipice, or even your art conductor ergo sum, and it's just pure easiness. Really strong. You could actually cheese the beginning of this, as we all well know, but like, why cheese it when you can do things like this? And it's just pure, like I said, just makes things really simple. You can create all these whirling maelstroms. You can throw them at the enemies that are dropping down from the ship, or you can just leave a few lying about on the ground, just doing damage over time, and it's just an absolute joke. Couple of things I want to talk to you about that will make this build even better. Different options. Red Death Reformed, the brand new pulse rifle that come in with the catalyst. This is just an extra option. You don't have to run this, but if you're doing some, like the new Striker tonight, the new GM, the Liminality, if you want to add even more resistance onto that, or if you're playing on your own, you can add yourself some healing onto this on top of that as well. Maybe run that with the Lost Signal and the Omen Sword. Like I said, I just wanted to give that an option, but you're going to get like a restoration and healing for you and your teammates as well. So it's super strong. A couple of aspects that are really important. Fragments. Thread of Generation, dealing damage, generates grenade energy. Really strong, that one. Thread of Continuity, suspend and ravel and sever effects applied to targets have an increased duration. Thread of Transmutation. While you have woven mail, weapon final blows create a tangle. And then Thread of Mind. Defeating suspended targets grants class ability energy for your ensnaring slam. Seasonal artifact perks, overcharged armory if you're running the radiolary transposer weapons. Creeping chill is a really good one to run. Stasis weapon final blows against slowed or frozen targets. It'll release a burst. Overload sword, obviously that's an obvious one to run for overload champions. Blade stamina, rapidly defeating combatants with a sword, refunds ammo. This one is pretty good as well. Shield Crush, because you're always going to have pretty much woven mail up, which will give you increased melee recharge rate and increased melee damage. And then Argent Blade gives you a 15% damage increase whenever you've got armor charges. Now, because I run Argent Blade, I build into Grenade Kickstart on this build, so I can have plenty of grapples whenever I need it. Stacks on your legs. Grenade Kickstart is just a really solid set of mods to run. Like I said, I don't really rely on surges on this build, because I build into the grenade recharge rate for my grapple, but you don't lose damage because of the Argent Blade, and as you'll see, I've always got an armor charge going. Pretty much the end of the video now. The only thing I've got left to do is share the build card from my friend over on Twitter, Mr. Slayer God, doing some absolutely fantastic infographics for me. Really good build cards and make it easy for you, I hope. And on top of that, I will also leave a dim link in the video description. But that is pretty much the full video. I hope you found this somewhat helpful. Really strong build. And then just to finish it off, the super is absolutely fantastic as well for yourself and team play. That super is just still one of the best supers in the game in my opinion. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.